Okay, I wanted to do this video real quick because I just found some stuff online about some secret codes from the CIA. They're saying you can change your life. I mean, God knows we need to change, but this is weird and eerie. And I want to know, have you ever heard of these secret CIA codes that dropped in the files lately? I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical, but I want to know. So let's look at them together.
More and more people are now saying that the CIA codes that were released are actually a real thing. And I was like, CIA codes like weapons or something? They're like, no. CIA codes related to the human body and how just knowing these sequences can change your body. How can a sequence of numbers affect your body? And how she described it, the woman who was like, this is a complete joke, and then tried it and said her pain is gone. She focused on the area where she was having the pain while she was having it, and then repeated this sequence of numbers, 55515, over and over again, kind of turning it into like a mantra, would say it out loud. It worked. I dug into this because everything fascinates me. There is a pain relief code, the 55515. There is a peace code. There is an unexpected money code. We're talking a sequence of numbers for income. And wait for it, they also have them for weight loss and reality shift. Who knew? And apparently the romance code is another one that people say they swear by. You don't have to just walk around chanting these numbers to yourself that you sound crazy to everyone. You can just visualize this sequence of numbers, focus on what it is these numbers are supposed to be doing for you. You're also saying write these numbers down. You can write them on your body. Show them to water before you drink the water. Apparently being related to that study where they took water and like drew a picture of like an animal or something, then took the picture away and then stuck the water in like a freezer, and whenever they took the water out and ran it under a microscope, there was a picture of that animal, proving that water had memory. If it works, it works. Thanks, CIA.
Okay, this is the first I've heard about the secret CIA codes, but let me tell you this. I have watched many a documentary about the water thing, about the studies they've done with water and the changing the dynamics, changing the little crystals, the molecules and stuff with water. It's very fascinating. If you have never watched stuff like that, I encourage you to look that up because it will very much change your perspective on the words that we speak and the things, our thoughts and our emotions. And you'd think I'd remember that, but no, I still do stupid stuff. Anyway, but I have never heard of this CIA codes before, and especially when it comes to stuff like pain and all this. So, this is new to me. So then, of course, I'm like, okay, tell me more. So here we go. Probably by the time you hear this, you won't hear any of this. There's music behind here, but you have to either change it or take it out. But these are some of the codes that they're talking about that are in. I don't know where these codes came from. I don't know. Um, they release codes every so often, or they release files. Yeah, a files of this. So, like, look at all this stuff. There's a code for everything. Now, I am not saying that this works. I'm just saying, you know, I have not a clue. I've never heard of it. So I'm not saying it's to replace a faith or any. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Is this all brand spanking new? There you go. So I'll let this play a little bit more, but this is from authentically glowing, authentically glowing. There you go. You'll find this. It is insane all the stuff that's in here. Yeah. You get into some really esoteric stuff. I'm not sure that, you want to get involved in all this, but, and who can remember all these numbers? Lord, I can't even remember people's phone numbers. But God, okay, here we go. Right? I'm not trying to get into some weirdness, but I'd like to know what people think and what they have actually ever been used for. All right, but let's go on.
What's that? Oh, the CIA has its own quantum healing codes, and you can look it up very easily. You can search quantum healing codes. It's a CIA.gov website, and it has many different codes for many different things. Tell me more! When you go look this up, it's insane how many things that you can actually do with these codes. Now, when I'm talking about codes, it's literally numbers that you can repeat, and some of them aren't numbers. They're actually looking into colors and different things like that. So, for example, you would close your eyes and then think about the part of your body that's hurting, and then you would repeat 55515, and voila, pain starts to vanish. But they have these codes for practically anything. If you need to remember something that you can't remember, they have one for that. There's one to actually create more speed and strength.
Okay, hold on. I gotta break in here. If you need to remember something and you can't remember, then you gotta say this code. But what if you can't remember the code? If you can't remember what you're supposed to remember, how you gonna remember the code? Doesn't that defeat the purpose? I'm sorry. I'm like, huh? Because if you gotta write down the codes, why don't you just write down what you're supposed to remember? I don't know. Y'all see where I'm going here? Like, I don't know. I guess you can have a cheat code set of whatever, but I'd probably forget where I put that too. So what good is the memory thing gonna do? Y'all see where I'm coming from?
In your body. And wouldn't you know it, there's one to attract practically anything that you want into your life. Okay? There are also some extremely dark ones in there, so let's be careful with these. Okay. What's that? Oh.
So yeah, there you go. You can have your dream body, I guess. I don't know what you do with that. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, hey, I'm looking at this one. Quit smoking. 141545551. I mean, that seems like a good thing to me. If you, I don't know how you do that. Maybe you put it on a bottle of water, whatever they said earlier. Who knows? All right, I'm just sharing this one real quick with you. I think I've got one more on these codes, and then I just wanted to kind of get you started. I don't know if this has got a copyright to it or not, so I'm gonna kind of talk over it. But this says this is listening to the exact code that tells your body to return to its original design of perfect health, investigated by the CIA. Now, we'll listen to it, more of it again. I don't know, all these things go and let you looking at. I don't know. I don't want to be hypnotized. I don't know what all that's about. And here's the thing. I'm gonna stop it because I don't know. It's weird to me. I mean, there's something a little bit peaceful about it, but here's the thing. I just tell you this. I can't sleep a lot of times, and so you can go on YouTube and they have a lot of, some people sleep to different things. There's ASMR videos, and if you don't know what that is, it's different sounds. Like sometimes it's people like doing this, or I got some noodles here. I don't know. These aren't very good. I'm just going to tell you they're not good, but it's like people running their nails over stuff, right? And it's people doing all kind of stuff, all right? And strangely enough, it irritates some people, but I'm one of those people that there are certain sounds I had no idea. I came across a video one time that said ASMR, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it sounds weird, and I'm all about learning weird stuff, so I pressed it, and I'm like, what are these people doing? Well, I started seeing they were like, and I'm like, you know what? I sat there and I looked at it, and I'm like, this is weird. This is so weird. And then, the more I listened to it, I started getting very calm and very relaxed. And then I started getting sleepy. And I was like, oh my. Some of these sounds, some sounds I found a little bit mildly irritating. But most of them, and there were certain ones that I found very relaxing. And before you know it, I was just asleep. Well, I found out there's a whole bunch of people in this world that get very relaxed, listen to certain sounds, like such as this on your keyboard. Okay? Ain't that weird? If y'all don't know, you never listen to that. So you can look it up on YouTube. There's people who make big money doing ASMR sounds. Well, then there's binaural beats and all this kind of stuff, all kind of music that you can listen to, like what we just listened to, and it says that it's got all this embedded in these sounds, and you start listening to it, and some of it's like, oh, this is nice, it's very relaxing, you kind of get sleepy. But here's the thing, I won't listen to stuff when I'm asleep, because what if, and this is just this is my brain, okay? This is the way I think. What if the first hour, because some of these are like 8 hours long, whatever. What if the first hour or two that I listen to it, it's all nice and they're saying like it's supposed to be, what is that? Subliminal. What if I listen to it and it's all nice messages? What if it's all wonderful, relaxing stuff, subliminal messages, or just what I think and what they're saying it is? And then what if I'm asleep somewhere and I get into that deep space? I don't know. I can't hear words. I don't ever know what they're saying. What if there's some kind of dark subliminal message and they're reprogramming my brain while I sleep? What if it turns into something nasty and I don't know? Look, that's the way my brain goes. I won't listen to nothing. Even I used to listen to rain sounds, and I love the sound of rain, but I stopped doing that too, because sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I would just be unsettled. Now, it could be my house, it could be anything. But then I started thinking, I don't know what's embedded in these rain sounds either. You know, I'll just listen to the rain when it is natural outside my window. But that's just me, because I'm always looking for something. You know why I look for something besides behind every bush? Somebody told me once, they said, you just looking, you're trying to find a demon behind every bush. There ain't a demon behind every bush. And I'm like, no, there's not a demon behind every bush. There's 3 or 4. So be careful out there. No, but really, I wanted to share with you these codes. Tell me what you think. Is it weird? Is it bad? Is it good? Is it neutral? What is this? I've never heard of these CIA codes. Tell me what you think. Have you ever tried it? And is it something that we should avoid? Does it work? Where in the heck did they come up with these codes? And how does numbers make you, lose weight? I don't know. How do they make you healthy? I don't know. But whatever. You tell me. I will see you next time. If you have any good videos or things that you want to talk about, something that you saw that's spooky, also put a link down. You can email me at avelincottage@gmail.com. You can put a link here in the comments. Sometimes it takes me a while. And by the way, while I'm at it, I have answered a lot of y'all in the comments, and then I go back. I know that I have not only answered you in the comments, but I've liked your stuff and whatever. And I'll go back, because for my end, when I answer something, it takes it out of the pile of I need to do something about it, okay? And then I'll come back 2 days later and it's still there and it was never answered. And I'm like, oh no, I did answer that. I remember this whole thing. It's weird. It's like YouTube just pops off my whole reply. So I don't know. And I'll have to do it again. It's bizarre. I don't know what's going on with my electronics. It's like things are just disappearing. But anyway, I have no idea why I said that. I forgot my whole point. That train of thought, it just pulled right out of the station. Woo! Bye! So I'm going to say bye too. But let me know what you think. Reach out if you want me to cover something. I will see you next time. Have a great week. Whatever you do, just stay spooky. Bye-bye.